As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. A 104-year-old woman went to jail. Now, don't worry, it was her choice. She had this on her bucket list. Loretta told the staff at the Avon Nursing Home that she wanted to celebrate her 104 with a visit to the Livingston County Jail. The sheriff's office agreed and shared on Facebook, before her tour, we celebrated with some coffee and cake, and she told the sheriff that the secret to living a long time is to mind your business. Loretta said she had a great time touring the jail facility. Officials wrote, "We're so glad that we're able to make her birthday wishes come true. Thank you for all the laughs today and for being a great sport." In Denmark, archaeologists are psyched. They were doing an Iron Age excavation, and they identified the first Roman imperial helmet ever found in Denmark, and just the second in all of Scandinavia. It was found at Losing, Sondermark, a Danish Iron Age settlement that yielded dozens of artifact weapons. They found 119 lance and spearheads, 8 swords, 5 knives, 3 arrowheads, an axe head, and a chainmail cuirass. A cuirass is an object of immense value at the time, which would have taken months to craft. There was also some non-military equipment, including 2 oath rings, a bugle of sorts, a horse bridle, and hundreds of flint and pottery fragments. X-ray images on some plates of iron show that those plates of iron are from the parts of the helmet that would have been folded down over the cheeks and neck, one of the only points where an enemy could strike to significantly wound a legionary. Historians tell us the Romans had a sort of trade and invade policy with the Germans, but never ventured beyond into regions like Scandinavia, the Baltics, or Poland. The Germans, however, would have been in touch with those folks, so that is perhaps how the helmet ended up so far from Rome. Some dead crocodiles, monkeys, tigers, zebras, and other taxidermy animals are moving. Yes, an arsenic exposure forced the closure of the South Dakota Museum, where they had been displayed for decades. Testing showed potential hazardous levels of arsenic present in 80% of the specimens of the Brockhouse collection. The Sioux Falls City Council voted to donate the mounts to several institutions. 117 specimens will go to the University of Notre Dame Museum of Biodiversity, 33 to the Oddities Museum in Atlanta, and 2 to the Institute for Natural History Arts in New Jersey. The collection was started by Sioux Falls businessman and hunter Henry Brockhouse. He built and displayed the animal collection for years in his hardware store until he died in 1978. Subsequent owners donated the collection to the city, which displayed them at the museum for nearly 40 years. A Michigan judge is making shoplifters wash cars. Yes, Jeffrey the judge hopes the unusual form of community service discourages people from stealing from Walmart. The judge explains, "I don't think anybody that steals is a bad person. Sometimes people are just down on their luck, but there's going to be consequences when you break the law." He has begun ordering Walmart wash sentences. He believes 75 to 100 people will eventually be ordered to wash cars at weekend events. The judge said Walmart is on board and will provide water and supplies. The judge adds, "I think it'll be humiliating to be out there washing cars if you see somebody you know." But the judge leads from the front. He says, "I'll be there washing cars with them." White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition, As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the Uninterrupted Listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
All right, the lawmakers are getting it done today. I like this story. A man was slapped with a $200 fine for using a speakerphone in a train station. Yes, can we also go after the people that watch TikTok videos in doctors' offices and airport lounges and everything else I want to yell about here on Old Man Mountain? A man was on his cell phone speakerphone at a train station in a French city. The man, identified as David, was chatting with his sister on speakerphone. He was approached by an official from France's state-owned rail company, SNCF. David thought the guy was kidding. The official handed him a fine. David wasn't happy about it and hired a lawyer to contest the fine, which was originally $154, but since they didn't pay it right away, it was hiked to $207. Those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoyed the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. See you tomorrow.